What's up guys, I'm Fireburst, and Aftermath is finally out. After all this time of waiting and seeing all those trailers, it's finally out, and I was actually able to get my hands on it for the first time. And the very first game mode I was really interested in playing was the Scavenger one, the brand new game mode that came out. I have to say, it is a lot of fun, and it gives a new dynamic and variety to the game of Battlefield, because I was kind of skeptical about it when I first heard about it, and thinking, oh, it's going to be a fail or something. But when I got into it, it was actually really enjoyable, and I had a lot of fun playing it. I was really surprised about it. And with this thing about where you start with just a pistol, I've seen a lot of players using only certain weapons, but hey, oh well, it gives variety, I guess. But still, when you pick up a weapon on the ground, it kind of reminds me of like the old-fashioned like style of games where when I played like Halo, where you had to find guns on the map and stuff. But I found that some places they're not always the same, and I don't know if that's because it just like everything's random or something. But every now and then I see a gun that used to be in a certain spot, but it's no longer there. So I'm guessing, is it like change after every time? But I'm not sure. But Scavenger is a lot of fun, and even though I played it for only maybe an hour worth of gameplay, it was still a lot of fun, and I'm really interested in playing even more. And the maps are amazing with the destruction and everything. There's also some small quakes, aftershocks that come out during the game, and it doesn't even disrupt the gameplay at all. In my opinion, it actually gives a lot of feeling and realism to it. Something that I wish the game had in like other maps. But this game is a lot of fun, this DLC, and look at that one where I randomly died. I have no idea what just happened like that. I just got bad luck. I was like, okay, did something follow me? But I'm not sure. But other than that, it's still a lot of fun, and every game mode is on here. If you wanted to play Conquest, Rush, Squad Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, the Scavenger, except for Gunmaster, it's not on here. But if you wanted to play everything else, you got it all here. It's a lot of fun to play. Unlike with the past, with the Aftermath DLCs and everything. Unlike in the other DLC, like Close Quarters, where they completely like forgot about Conquest and Rush in there, because I feel like they could have done so much more with those maps in Close Quarters, despite its flaws with certain things. But they could have actually had Rush in there. All they had to do was open up certain parts of the map, and it would be a complete chaotic battle, kind of like what Metro is, but even like with a lot more flanking maneuvers you can do, unlike in Metro where it's just a straight line. But for Aftermath, in every game mode I've played, I found that it's actually very, very well balanced, unlike in and look at this gun here. What I just did, I just knifed a dude after like missing all those shots. I have no idea how that happened, but it happened. But I feel like the Aftermath, it wasn't that great on consoles. Okay, it's really, really slow on consoles, but on PC I bet it's a lot better. Obviously, but despite it having that AC 130, there was a lot of times where I felt that it was just really unbalanced in Aftermath. I mean, in Armored Kill, it just feels like the AC 130 and paradropping from it just gave the defenders so much to worry about, especially on consoles with only 12 players, if you're lucky to have a full server. It just didn't feel all that balanced. But Aftermath is completely different. You have vehicles all the time. There's always going to be a tank, and you have the ability to drive the Little Bird, which is a lot of fun. And I think it's a little bit of forgiving when you crash into things, because there's a time when I crashed into a building on accident while trying to kill someone, and you don't go straight down, unlike in other maps. So I feel like there's a little bit of forgiveness about that, and the stingers aren't really an issue in that. Because you have all these buildings to block the line of sight if you are attacking someone. And that is something you have to look at when you're trying to use a stinger in Aftermath, because there's so many buildings. I love the urban maps. I've always been like loving those kind of maps, because I feel like it's an actual battle in a city environment. That's why I like it so much. It gives that sense of you're in a city, and even though it's destroyed, it's still a city that you're inside. And the added bonus of having earthquakes in the middle of it, little aftershocks, having a already destroyed building, it just looks amazing. Even on consoles, I was just amazed on how beautiful this map looks, even on console. And with instead of the blue tent, we have the orange color to it, and that gives it that sense of really like dusty type of environments, and it's like dirt and everywhere, all over the place, making this sandy desert feel to it, I guess, if you want to say. And it's really cool. I'm really enjoying this DLC. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I feel that it has so much more potential with it for the future DLC of Endgame, which I have no idea what's going to be in it besides the motorcycles, but I'm having a lot of fun with this DLC. But since I'm extremely new to these maps, I have no idea where to go, and I'm constantly dying because I'm trying to get to a certain objective, but then I get killed by people that are in the destroyed buildings, which is one of the small little issues I have about it, is that it's really difficult to find a sniper now, like in the middle of the battle. Now you're going to find them in buildings, shooting through windows. And since I'm mostly a sniper, that's a thing I have to remember, is that use the buildings. The buildings are your friend. It's pretty much like that. You have to be in a building if you don't want to be killed, because there are so many flanks that you can be killed by. And if you don't have an automatic gun or a different class, and you're just being a recon with a sniper, I recommend being away from everybody, not super far away, but with your team, and be up in the air in the buildings, because there's so many places you can be, and it's really awesome to be up so high and being able to snipe anybody, and almost like in every direction, depending on where you're at. But I'm loving this DLC, and I haven't really found that many flaws about it, because it's just so much fun. And I think just because I'm new to this map and I don't know the maps at all, I'm having kind of an issue trying to learn the maps, and I die so many times. But other than that, it's an awesome DLC, and I highly recommend you guys to play it. And alright guys, you guys take care and have a great day, and I'm gonna go back to playing some Aftermath. Alright, peace out.